Now listen up, I am gonna get straight to the point. Hey, how y'all doing? This is the goddess Giselle, she by Spiritual Boss with Spiritual Sauce. Before I get into the video, I need to read this disclaimer. The information on this YouTube channel is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or suggestions. All content, including text, graphic, images, and information contained on or available through this channel is for general information purposes only. This channel makes no representation or assumes responsibility for the accuracy of information on or available through this channel, and such information is subject to change without notice. You are encouraged to confirm any information obtained from or through this channel with other sources and review all information regarding the reports. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit use, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. The views and opinions expressed in these videos on this channel are those of my personal opinions and do not constitute as facts. And your discretion is advised. All right, so let's get into it. Hey, how y'all doing today? Grand greetings. Hope everybody's doing all right, having a blessed one. It's the girl Giselle, she boss, the spiritual boss with the spiritual sauce. All right. So listen, y'all. It's a new day. It's Spiritual Sauce Sundays. All right. So that's where I'm just gonna sit down and chill, finna kick it, this spiritual sauce. Get it, spirit, ritual. Yes. All right. So Spiritual Boss, we got a new segment on Sundays we're gonna come with. And basically I'm just gonna talk about some stuff that's going on in mainstream media, politics, the spiritual community, the conscious community, the employer community or business owner community, just a couple different topics, just whatever the hot topics is this week. So basically, before I get into the topics that we're going to discuss today, make sure you go on YouTube and hit the subscribe button if you're not checking us out on YouTube. If not, we're on TikTok, we are on Vimeo. You can go check out the website directly at queenofqualityinc.com. www.queenofqualityinc.com. All right. And also, if you want to schedule a consultation for personal, professional, spiritual development, then go up to the website at www.sheboss21inc.com. That will be scrolling across the screen at the bottom. Or you can always send a text to saying you can text the word wealth to 334-666-4842. All right. So and that will get you initiated in the process of scheduling your consultation. All right. That's not to have a conversation, that's to schedule the consultation. All right. So once you do that, boom, you're in the game. Now, tonight, the topics we're gonna be talking about are the digital currency. All right, digital currency coming up. And that's basically where our regular currency is no longer going to be the main medium of transfer or exchange. So we're going to get into that. We're going to be talking about Kanye West and his rants for this week. Balenciaga and a little bit of heat. I don't know if y'all seen this Balenciaga stuff, but I don't know. I for some reason I just never seem surprised at whatever the new distraction is. You feel me? It's always actually entertaining to me because I don't watch the news because, like I said, I don't try to put that shit into my system, the foolishness and the negative vibrations. But I try to stay abreast on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Even outside of my immediate bubble, because some of these things will affect us, especially if you are operating the system. Now, I do believe that, you know what I'm saying, you should have different vehicles and methods of being able to exist in the system and out of the system, all right? But you got to know how to do that. You got to know how to operate, and you definitely got to know how to navigate. So in order to understand even that part of the navigation and how to plan out your routes, you got to understand how the systems that you're going to be operating in or within, you got to understand how they work from the inside out. If you don't, then you're kind of just blindly doing some things that don't really make much sense. So you'll find yourself in a lot of having a lot of issues and problems that you can't figure out because you're not actually paying attention. So we're gonna get into Balenciaga. We're gonna talk about the new bills that are being passed about reparations to African Americans, I think Native Americans or Indigenous Americans, nationals, and things of that nature, whatever the case is. I'm going to talk about some of that, the qualifications and stuff, and then the new alleged. I don't know. I was trying to find some information on it. I keep seeing that Biden has signed something in about a new STEMI, but I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm gonna try to see, can I pull the info up that I've seen about it. I want to hear y'all thoughts and opinions on that. So anyway, I don't normally do makeup videos, but I gotta do my makeup because I got to go somewhere. So I decided to get my spiritual sauce and come. I'm not doing any promo or anything like that. I'm just doing what I do while I talk. Okay. So just forgive me if I'm not directly looking at the camera. And please don't mind what I'm doing. This is just my process. But sometimes, like, things, it's time to talk about stuff and you don't have the time to just wait because there's some more stuff that need to be talked about. And I can talk about an array of topics. Okay. You hear me? I'm versatile when it comes to knowledge and understanding and interest. So I like to have conversations and feedback on different things, not just one or two mainstream things, because I feel like it keeps me so limited when I have to do this. So for somebody that's, working on building the brand and content creating, when you coming up with different ideas and stuff, a lot of times you're no different than anybody else figuring it out along the way. So I've had to kind of figure out how to kind of like organize it and, get things lined up so that it makes sense for the people. You know what I'm saying? The consumer of the product, the consumer of the services, the consumer that's going to be on the receiving end. So, because a lot of times when you're doing things and you're creating, sometimes they may make sense to you, but they may not be easy to comprehend by the people that you're trying to reach. All right. And I have curriculum. I'm putting together like an actual breakdown of how you can work on that if that's something that you're aiming to get better at. Okay. So I'm not gonna get into that tonight. Y'all can catch me on some of the other series like the Universal Convo. Y'all can go over to the Queen of Quality channel if you're a business owner. And because we're gonna be getting into the digital currency in more depth over there and how that will or will not affect your business, and to see if you are set up and prepared for the change that's gonna come. All right, because we're not just talking about what's going on, we're talking about how they're affecting you, me, how it's going to change the game for a lot of people. Are you going to be one of the people that these new systems and operations is going to be changing the game for? Right? I think a lot of people, they get stuck on the problem and they're not really even. We gotta this is the part when you have a problem. One thing you should do is have a thought process about how to problem solve. Like, I think a lot of people miss that part of the thinking process. They really think that they can just mention something and know that it's a problem, and then just automatically say, well, there's no solution because this problem is impossible to solve. And I just know if somebody says that, I know what type of person automatically that I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? Because you got different people with different personality types that exist. Everybody does not think the same. Everybody does not feel the same. Everybody does not understand situations and problems the same. Even if it's one problem, your difference of perspective, your difference of life experience, your difference of all that is going to make a big difference in how you personally see that. It may not be a problem for you. I know people that are looking forward to the change. You feel me? It's probably going to help their pockets. Some of them, it ain't going to be affected. So my thing is, if you can't, there's no way to get, I'm not even going to say there's no way to completely get out the system, but there's no way to completely get out the system. And for those of you who don't know me, I'll say something like that. I say I'm not going to say this, but then I'll turn around and say it right back after that. Just for effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to fully operate outside of the system. A lot of this stuff you do is still going to be within the system because you need the currency that's transferring. You need it to operate. You're going to have to get it somehow. And it's in the system. It ain't out the system unless you create your own. Now, the crypto game is basically, you know what I'm saying, where you can do that at and how you can do that at on so many different levels. So definitely understanding it, you know what I'm saying, and getting clear knowledge of how the crypto world works and, you know, what you need to do in order to be able to operate like that. Because if you care to change up the trajectory of how you've been operating, then that would definitely be a good leeway. In the meantime, in between time, if things like that are hard for you to comprehend, then I suggest figuring out how to at least, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you're set up for the digital currency and to be able to operate fully when that transformation comes. Because we have to understand when it comes to things like this digital currency, and I'm going to play a video in a minute about what it actually is and how to understand what this means for you or society as a whole. But I hear people talking crazy already, and the reason that this conversation came up about the digital currency and the cryptocurrency, not the cryptocurrency, was because the digital currency came up was because somebody mentioned something about reparations on social media platform yesterday that I seen. And it made me think, because basically what she was saying was, wow, it was funny how now that the dollar is crashing and not really going to be worth anything, they want to come with these reparation bills and, you know what I'm saying, things like that. Like they really trying to give us something. And I said that's an interesting perspective because, you know, seeing that they did just like a couple of states recently. I don't know if you all have seen it or not. I'm gonna play the videos for y'all as we get into it, because I'm gonna show y'all the videos, and then we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm gonna talk about it, and I want y'all to, you know, let me know what y'all think. Now, you seeing this video on another platform, I advise you to subscribe to my YouTube channel until I get the website fully functionable to where I'm gonna be transferring uploading all my content over there. Because they like to try to shut me down and shadow ban my pages. So on several platforms, I'm on, like, you know, my second or third page, and that's okay. It don't matter because my services are private. I sell my services on my own platform, so it really doesn't matter. But it's funny how, you know, they will work to shut certain information down that people are trying to put out just to educate and, you know what I'm saying, enlighten people that it will directly affect because they care. You know what I'm saying? Not because they're looking for anything. Like, you know, some people are on here just to try to get over on people, use people, scam people, stuff like that. I seen a video the other day where somebody was talking about how all they're trying to do is find a work from home job online, and it's so difficult because the dang on job services, or whatever you call them, temps, the online services, the hiring services, work from home businesses like Indeed and what was another one they named? LinkedIn, another platform. Like, the girl was like, the people are on there scamming them. I guess they're okay. So basically, the lick is they're telling them that they're gonna do an interview with them. You know, they selected them, I guess, to be a candidate to be able to work with them, or whatever the case is. They schedule a phone interview. They do the phone interview. They do the little whatever, you know, they do on the phone, and then they do a little training, or whatever the case is. I don't know what the whole process is, but I know she said it was like a couple of phone calls, some texting back or email or something back and forth. And then she said they basically like, okay, they sent her the letter telling her that she was hired, and they told her that they would be sending her a check to deposit it to her. Like they asked her who she banked with. Then they asked her some crazy questions like, well, how much can you receive a week in your account and stuff like that. Now I know at this point in time, you got to know these people scamming. Like I'm just she claimed she didn't know at first. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Being a ex criminal in the white collar arena, I know what to look for automatically. Like it doesn't. I don't even think I've ever been scammed like that in my life. Matter of fact, when the scammers be coming to me, you know what I'm saying? I be really trying to get they sauce. Hell, I done put a lot of them on stuff for real because I'm like, nah, bro, you doing that wrong. And I probably shouldn't do that because, it's just a person. It's just the compassionate part of me that want to help everybody out. You know what I'm saying? But I be like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna get them with that. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to cover that. And that, let me tell you something. It's hard to get out of that mind frame, but I understand that, what a lot of people think is criminal behavior or breaking the law is not really breaking the law. It's not really criminal behavior when you start to understand the law and what that is. You know what I'm saying? To understand the difference between legalese and legal. Legal and lawful. I'm sorry, not legally, but you start to understand what legalese is. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole legal language. It doesn't sound like the regular English language, and a lot of things can be taken out of context if you don't even understand the lingo. You know what I'm saying? That the disconnect on the lingo will definitely affect your understanding and your ability to function within a society a certain way. This information, it doesn't come overnight, and it's not always common sense. So some people are going to get it, and some people ain't. It ain't for everybody, So that's why I say, like, everybody is meant to operate in the system how they meant. I'm not here to judge anybody's past and how they get to where they're going to, because I appreciated not being judged when I was, when I first started on my path and my journey. And I know that I'm still on my path, my journey. So I still don't have any reason to try to judge anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's just, me. I don't look at what people do as right or wrong. I just look at their intentions and their heart. You know what I'm saying? I know if anybody, gets hit, for the most part, they can get it back. So it's just so many ways that situation can go down. I don't always think it's the end of the world if something happens. I know that I've lost, I've taken a lot of L's in life. To me, I just figured that it's part of life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna always win. Like, you literally gonna lose sometimes. That's the part that people don't understand. Nobody has a perfect life. So all these new changes and things that's coming up, this shit ain't nothing, man. Like, people are talking crazy, especially about the reparations, saying we shouldn't take them. Man, you got to be kidding me. It ain't gonna be nothing but another dollar amount. Hell, we've been getting reparations for a long time, and I've been saying that we ain't did nothing with the money that we had because we don't have a plan. You can have $1 million today and still don't have a plan. You're gonna blow the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not this shit take you really. It's just about, you know what I'm saying. It's the laws of attraction. It's the way of the world. It's more than just, you know what I'm saying, what meets the eye. And so you gotta understand, like, there are universal laws. It's things that, you know what I'm saying, you can't override just because you feel like, things should go this way, things should be this way, people should do right. Yeah, that sounds good, but that's not really the time or the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's living their own life, so people are just going to have different experiences. They're gonna have different understandings. What we gotta realize is this digital currency shit. This is just like when they rolled out them yamps. You know what I'm saying? And first, when food stamps came out, y'all don't know what yamps is. When they first came out, you know what I'm saying, it was like they were paper dollars. You know what I'm saying? It looked like money. It looked like fake money. I mean, money is fiat. It's fake. It's not real. It doesn't have any real value as far as that paper. You know what I'm saying? It's a debt note, and it tells you that on it. It's kind of like a check. It looks like it looks like it's worth some value because we've been told that it is. But the reason that the things are changing now up with the money is because it's basically lost its value. It's not. It never was valuable in the first place. That's why inflation. That's how inflation gets. You know what I'm saying? That's really where inflation comes from. It's just like a big ass air bubble that got blown up because they led people to believe that this paper really had some value when it didn't. But where the value is coming from is the energy that's given to whatever it is that people are being told is worth something. So that's how the original paper dollar got its value. That's how the food stamps got its value, and that's how this digital currency got its value, and that's how the crypto, gets its value. It's all based on what people determine, because people are energy. We create energy, we emit energy, we receive energy, and our energy converts to currency. What do they call money? Currency. So you start to understand the words, what they mean, then you start to understand the word play or the word magic, because understand spells are being casted all around you. I don't give a damn if you into spell work or not. You're still up under a spell one way or the other. That's what people don't realize, baby. There's so much magic going on around you. This shit, man, when I tell you, this shit'll blow your mind. We're going to get into it, though, but we ain't going to talk about it, a lot of that tonight, But I am the spiritual boss, so I'm going to just bring it to you real as far as things and how they affected on the spiritual realm and how they affected on the physical realm, all right? Because this is where a lot of people get messed up at with their understanding and comprehension of the world that we live in. It's just like people believe in spirits, but they don't understand that they really exist among us. Spirits were here where we were. You know what I'm saying? They haven't gone anywhere. You just can't see them. So it's crucial. It ain't even mandatory. When I tell you it's crucial, it's urgent. It's detrimental if you do not try to learn more and understand more than you already know. Because if you don't even know the things I'm talking about, then you're behind on a lot of knowledge that a lot of people are beginning to find out is common these days. It's not that it never happened or never existed before. It's just that people weren't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But people are becoming more aware of a lot more truths. It's called the years of the age of the awakening for a reason. And so people are starting to wake up to the facade that has been put in front of us. And we got to understand that we are spiritual beings as well. So we exist on the spiritual realm and on the physical realm. So things are happening in the spiritual that we can't see with our physical eye. Your third eye needs to be activated in order for you to see it. People are like, oh, I don't want to activate my third eye. I might know too much. You'll never know it all. That's one thing I can tell you. That rabbit hole so deep, baby, you'll never figure it out. But I can tell you one thing that I do know: ain't nothing new up under the sun. So none of this stuff has been created. It's just been recreated. You feel me? So things that they tell us is new. Things that they tell us is just ain't none of this shit new. They haven't created anything new. All of it's old information. It's old science. It's old metaphysical. It's old spiritual energy. It's never going anywhere. It's never leaving the earth. The water never leaves the earth. The energy never leaves the earth. The spirit never leaves the earth. Now the souls, they're traveling from, dimensions to portals. They're doing all kind of shit. You feel me? But that don't have nothing to do with the spirit. Spirits, they're not going anywhere. They're gonna be here. It's like a lingo in like the afterlife realm. It's kind of like a waiting room or a lounge. You're kind of hanging out in between, you know what I'm saying, till your soul get released. But you know, some people's souls get from what they get stuck, they get trapped, and they never get up out of here. Some people don't have souls. You know, people think that everybody has soul. Everybody don't have no soul. There are soulless beings walking around here. Some of them soul, yeah, but all of them didn't have souls to begin with. So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't. That's the part that people don't get. So we'll be talking more about that. You know what I'm saying? But just for general purposes, it's imperative that we understand some of this, at least basic knowledge, so that we can understand the rest of this stuff. All right. So I'm finna get ready to play the first video about. We're gonna take it now. I'm gonna go back to the digital currency first, and then I'm gonna get to the reparations, and then we're gonna go to the STEMI checks. And this is, I feel like the reparations and the STEMI checks is really kind of connected to, as far as how they're trying to, how they're gonna distribute the digital money, Okay, so let's check out this video. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go to. I had it pulled up. I don't know why it's moving so slow.
Dollar bill today. We don't know who is using the 1,000 peso bill today. The key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
You heard it directly, absolute control. And the way this would work is that in a cashless society where a government digital currency is the primary form of payment, it is very simple for a government to block a transaction or freeze your money. You may be wondering, well, why don't we have this today? Don't we already have digital payments today? Most people pay through credit cards or mobile apps. Well, the thing about today is we live in a partition system. The way money works today is it's broken up into segments. If you have an issue or get locked out of one section, you can simply hop over to another section. We have the base layer of money, and on top of it, we have banking and mobile apps. So if a bank freezes your account or a mobile app kicks you off, you can very easily jump to a new bank or a new app that will accept you. And unfortunately, this does happen today. It may have even happened to some of you that are watching this video. It also recently happened to Andrew Tate, a very controversial viral sensation. He didn't do anything illegal. He didn't go to jail, but the people at the top didn't like what he was saying. So what they decided to do was ban him across several applications. And the clip we're about to watch, it might get you a bit angered. So my recommendation is to get some comfort food. And here is what Andrew Tate had to say.
Let me film my final message explaining how this is unfair and unjust. We filmed it, we produced it, we got it all edited within 12 hours, had it so ready to go, but we couldn't post it because of the YouTube strike. So we're waiting for the YouTube strike to expire. A few hours before the YouTube strike expires, guess what happened? They banned me from YouTube. Then they banned me from Discord. Then they banned me from Airbnb. They banned me from Stripe. I can't even remember. It was just emails coming in faster than you could believe. Ban.
So
the Matrix, the Matrix presses the button, my friend. phone stops working. Uber. You name it. Uber. Stop. You name it.
Wait, you can't use Uber?
Well, I can use Uber. You start a new account, right? But yeah. Oh, sorry, Uber. Penetrate. But
your main account on Uber was taken.
They take everything.
Everything. Coordinated effort all at once.
Coordinated effort all at once. Every single one of them just goes, no. Delete, and they come at you and they come at you with everything.
Banking, right?
Banks.
Payment process.
Oh, and banks. UK-based banks as well. High Street banks. I can name Santander, HSBC, Barclays, etc. all at the same time. No, sorry to change. We've decided because blah blah, some bullshit, some letter closure accounts.
All right, so that's basically like a summary of what's going to happen, and then what can happen as a result of them having full control. Now, this is the part that, you know, people are kind of, I guess, feeling some type of way about. I have mixed feelings about it as well. But the bottom line is it's coming. It's on the way. It's already really kind of been installed. They have already been, like he said, conditioning us with the idea of digital currency for the past 20, 30 years anyway, because we've been doing and using digital currency in the processes that we pretty much do in everyday banking systems and using these credit cards and debit cards. So that pretty much is something that is no getting around. But as I stated earlier, this is just a new system. The only difference is, like the guy said, we don't have one that system that we can bounce back and forth to as far as U.S. currency. There is still the option to trade foreign, trade, you know, other currencies like crypto. But it puts its own value on the currency that we have here. Now, understand that it has no value when it actually comes out. The people, once again, the people give it the value. This is why it's very important to understand how this shit works. You must understand that energy converts. That's one of the first things that you have to understand about this shit. Energy converts. Wherever our energy goes, our energy flows. If we start using it, believing in it, believing that it has value, believing that we have to, you know, whatever, we don't have no other options, that's what gives it the value, all right? If people start to understand options earlier before it's too late, you know what I'm saying, and try to enlighten themselves or become knowledgeable about a system that's obviously getting ready to happen, you know, they roll these things out, though. It's not like an overnight process. So it's not like you're going to wake up one day and it's just this stuff's not going to work anywhere. They have to collectively get the energy up on the see, everybody. This is going to be an easy one to do because people are just going to gradually start using it. They've been trying to get people to transfer over to it, you know what I'm saying, on their own for a while. What's happened is everybody has become so prevalent with using digital currency. Now it has become now it's an option for them to make it the standard. You know what I'm saying? Now they have an option to make it the main thing because people been giving it their energy for so long and believing in this system for so long. That's why I said earlier, you got to understand there's a lot of magic happening around you and you are actually contributing to it. All right. This is what they're not going to tell you in school. This is what the doctor's not going to tell you at the doctor's office. This is not what they're going to, you know what I'm saying, tell you about prescriptions. All of these things are drugs, they're spells, they're medicines, they're elixirs, as my people call them, elixirs. All right. It's stuff that has power. It's stuff that has power. But you got to realize that you got power too. So just like, you know, whether you've heard of manifestation or not, or you know what it is and you don't know what it is, everybody is manifesting on these streets. Please understand that everybody is manifesting, whether you believe it or not. Anything you put your energy to, and a lot of people are putting their energy towards the same thing, it's going to become valuable. It's going to have power. That's just how it works, okay? We're like little magical beings walking around with no knowledge of the fact that we have power to make things come into fruition, make things valuable, make things tangible, make things real. All right? So imagine a system that they're creating telling you you have no other option, and then everybody just believes. So next thing you know, the system is fully functional and operational because everybody believed it. It wasn't hard for them to do the conversion on that and shut the other shit down. But what is when you have people that are aware, like, oh no, we still got options. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be over with. You just need to understand what's going on. You need to understand how to operate. You need to understand how to start making your own transitions so that you won't, you know what I'm saying, be stuck with the options that they're giving you. You got to like make your own options. People understand you could create your own system now. Don't get it twisted. Now your system may work in conjunction with their system, but this is how we keep on. This is how we stay 10 steps ahead and keep our foot. See, as neuromelanated people, our community forgets that we created a lot of these things. You know what I'm saying? That goes into play. So we also have the ability to, we can shut them down. We could take them and make them work for us. We can do whatever we choose to do. You know, I heard somebody say, well, we don't need to take reparations because it's always a trap with them. Hey, listen, man, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm going to take whatever they give me because I always take whatever they give me, you know what I'm saying, and put it use it to my interest so it works in my favor. It's not that they're not going to stop my show. But I do have to figure out how to operate differently. You know what I'm saying? To me, I like that type of shit. I don't get in compliance with it. I be trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think of, okay, how we gonna maneuver when this shit hit the fan? Because it's coming. That's the only thing that you can bet your bottom dollar on. Change is coming. It always does. And they're gonna keep changing it up. It's gonna keep being a new thing. You know what I'm saying? That'll never stop. Like the system creating things for people to adjust to and to get in line with. You know what I'm saying? They want you to walk a straight, narrow line, not give them no problems, not question anything that, you know, they say is going to be, and do what you need to do to keep the system going. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that was my shirt right now. That's pretty much what's always going to be the case. So as long as we're living here on this ghetto earth, that's pretty much going to be the standard. All right. So we can't cry about spilled milk when we can't still expect our oppressors to be the one to save us. They're going to tell us they're giving us something, but we already know ain't nothing for free. That's the hell, that goes without saying. The thing we got to do is figure out collectively, you know what I'm saying? Because great minds think alike, and more brain, two brains is better than one, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? We got to come together on this. This is the tricky part. This is what we always have a problem with. It's not the problem. We gonna get the money. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we do. The problem is we gonna band together and spend the money in days? Are we gonna band together and spend the money in hours? Are we gonna use that money to create our own? That's how we, you know what I'm saying, transition this process. We got to make it work for us. But this is not, it's not rocket science, but we still got to, you know what I'm saying, we can figure it out. We really got to think about this shit. Like I said, we've been getting money. We're not, the neuromelanated community is not broke. We got to stop doing this to ourselves. Like, we're not broke, not stupid. We're not dumb. We just not really thinking. Like, that's why we not making smart decisions right now. A lot of times we just react off emotion. Oh, I ain't gonna take the money. I don't want it. It's a trap. That's on you, boo. I'm here to tell you what to do. If you don't want to take it, get it and give it to me. Cause I'm gonna take every. You don't understand, man. They not giving us anything. This is our shit anyway. That's what they can't. If they gave you everything, then they would have to admit they took everything. So it's never gonna work like that. And it's always they're gonna make it look like a sweet deal because that's what they're supposed to do. It's a way. It's been a known. It's a proven fact that it's a way to appeal to black people. It's a proven fact that it's a way to appeal to black people. It's a proven fact. They have done scientific study on how to appeal to our emotions because we react off emotions. When we get attached to something, we want to spend money on it. We give it value. We'll buy it. We see the value in it. We take all that shit and make it our shit and make it hot because we think that it's valuable because they told us it was. You feel me? So that's kind of how that works. And so it's been working for forever. It's been working forever. Anything they give us and take it and tell us it's worth something and it's good and it's valuable, we believe it. We don't, for some reason, we don't see that they be telling us lies and they be scamming us and they be, deceiving us, appealing to our senses. That's it. That's all they're doing. They're just appealing to, just like the chicken sandwich at Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? It's just they appealing to your senses. When they come up with these filters on these apps and everybody's up here doing these stupid ass challenges, nobody ever asked themselves, well, where did the challenges come from? Who's creating the challenges? They're creating a challenge because they're appealing to your ability, the satisfaction that you receive when you get that rush off of getting likes, getting comments, getting happy. So they take your happy energy and they convert it to dollars for them. You know what I'm saying? But they also, this is how they train the AI. This is where AI gets their intelligence from. It's artificial intelligence, but most people don't ask themselves, well, where is the intelligence coming from that they're becoming artificially intelligent from? It's coming from you. It's coming from you giving your. Hold up, y'all. Oh, shit. Got a little hot. Yeah, Lee. You got a little smoky. Okay. Smell something burning. But I had a little candle burn right there with my oil burner, but it's all good. But yeah, like this is the intelligence is getting smarter from us. The intelligence beings that's carrying these devices around and performing for these devices. You wonder how one challenge goes viral and the next one doesn't. Well, they see which ones are going to go viral because they just put it out there and they run these little what they call beta testing, and they basically put it out there and see who's going to jump on it. That's how they do. People say, well, I ain't going for it. Listen, man, they going to get the energy one way or another. It's up to you how you give it to them. You still got a choice, but you ain't going to get out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you unplug. like they did, you know what I'm saying, Neo in the Matrix. Like this shit for real. The Matrix is a real life thing. It's not just a movie. They have to tell you the truth about what's going on, so they put it in the movies and tell you it's not the truth. They make it seem like it's fantasy and fiction. Because if you knew it was the truth, then they wouldn't be able to control you. That's how that works. So y'all, go back and look at the Matrix, man. Understand the subliminal messages that be in these movies. And they got a whole network now where they're putting all the truths out on. People be like, oh, they had something like that in the Netflix movie. I hate when I hear somebody say that they really don't know that the truth is in the movie. That's why they put it out. They have to. It's a universal law. They have to tell you the truth in some form, but they don't have to tell you what they're showing you is the truth. That's how they get away with tricking people. That's why they use your emotions to play on you. They use your emotions and play all on your top because they know how to appeal to your emotions. How do they know how to appeal to your emotions? Because they got us all addicted to these devices and dependent on these digital devices. Everybody's like, oh, digital currency. Woo-woo. Yeah, well, listen, we've been doing it digitally for the longest. That's what we on. So even the fact that you on the internet commenting on my thing lets you know how digital, life has become. So I hate to be the one to break it to you, but ain't no escaping this shit. They already know all about you to appeal to your emotions. That's why when you're on these apps, you know what I'm saying, especially like the top and like YouTube, they started, you know, their algorithms is real good with appealing to the shit that you like to see. Facebook still gonna show you a whole bunch of low level vibrational shit that you do not necessarily want to see, that you're not interested in. You have to you gotta create a them to create an algorithm on there, unless you a business and you doing paid ads or some shit. So then the algorithms work for you over there. But you know what I'm saying, I can't say with TikTok being more of a content creators platform, it's way more energy, you know what I'm saying, coming up off of this app than the others. That's for sure. So that's why the algorithms work better, you know what I'm saying? Because the people that use the apps give the app the value. That's what gives the app the value. If you're not on TikTok, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? At this point, right? Well, guess who made it? The people, those of us who use it to promote their content. So it's not that, you know what I'm saying, it's not working to our ability, but it ain't gonna never work for us like it's working for them, because they're the ones they created it to work for them. You know, this whole system. And we got good energy over here in the United States. You know, we understand that this app is from another country that's trying to control us and take over us. Do we care? No. We giving them the authority to do it. When they come take over, we're gonna be looking crazy. How they did that? Well, hell, they had all the access they needed to us, you know what I'm saying, by us performing on the app for them for free. We gave them all our energy. And we don't know how they gonna take it and use it against us. But it's magic. That's what magic is. It's us not knowing and them using spells to keep us up under, while we thinking we being entertained. And this is what I mean by us, the apps appealing to our, you know what I'm saying, our emotions. That's how they get us. They're gonna keep getting like that every time, because most of us are not aware, which means awake. Most of us are asleep, and that's what it means to be asleep. It means to be unaware. A lot of us don't know we in a system. That's the first thing that people don't know. They don't know this is a system. They don't know the Matrix is real. They think it's a movie. Until they wake up to that shit, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna be difficult to. It's just things are finna get ready. You know, if you couldn't see the change coming, shame on you. If you still don't see the change coming, then you're just gonna be lost. That's just all to it. Like, you know, I hope that you can accept other forms of currency. And especially if you got a business, especially if you brick and mortar. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, you stepping your game up. If not, you know, you need to learn how to at least take some crypto payments or something like that. Then you need to call us and book a consultation, so you can understand how to get your address to your crypto wallet, so you can at least be able to have you a crypto account. You know what I'm saying, a crypto debit card and stuff like that. The digital currency. It ain't gonna stop nothing, but it's still gonna be ideal to have more than one way to accept forms of payment, because forms of payment for different currencies, because the banks is gonna be working in cahoots with the government as far as the digital currency goes. I hope that y'all are aware of that. They're gonna be reporting everything, all that shit where Biden's trying to get approval for transaction over 600. All this plays a plan. It plays a part of this plan. The plans always get rolled out, y'all. They never just do it in one phase. It's always going to be a transitional situation. So you're never going to see everything happening at once. That's why it's important that you understand, you know what I'm saying, that you need to pay attention, first of all, to what's going on. Understand that it's not all gonna, you know, so you, like, if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss some of it, because like I said, it ain't gonna all just happen at one time. You're not gonna wake up and then all of a sudden the dollar's just not gonna be, you know, valuable no more. They're gonna give you enough time in advance to transition, but for some reason, some people, it's gonna be too late because they're gonna have a lot going on. That's what they're gonna aim to do. They're gonna aim to catch you off guard, to where you're lost in the sauce when it's time to hurry up and make these transitions because you didn't have enough head start to actually set your shit up properly and get in a proper position. That's how they're going to force people to have to use their system. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're going to take advantage of people and their ignorance. So make sure that, you know, it's important nowadays. It's very vital that you are the one that's contributing to your level of knowledge and your level of understanding about what's going on, and not just complaining about it or acting like, you know what I'm saying, it's the end of the world. All right. So my bad, I don't ran my mouth. I just I know I can't help it now. I start motivate and preach and educate all at the same time. Okay. So next up we are going to watch my boy Ye. Y'all know Ye be on some crazy shit now. Which I want to know what y'all think about his latest rants. I don't know what to say yet. I'm still trying to process it. I'm going to rewatch this clip with y'all again, and I'm going to try to see what I come up with, because I know that I'm just going to save that for when I get done. I got a couple of ideas about how that's going to what's going on here with his latest situation. If y'all don't know, he did an interview with Alex Jones. Not sure if y'all know who Alex Jones is, but he's a pretty controversial podcaster, and he's known to be deemed as an extremist as well. And I don't watch a lot of his content, but I've definitely seen some of his stuff, so I can see why they would say that. He seemed to even be a little rattled by what Kanye was saying, which really made this interview funny to me. But like I said, I'm gonna watch it again with y'all, and we're gonna come back. What y'all think about that color? Okay.
That they brought to the table, especially Hitler. This is the future president that you're talking to right now.
Let me take it back to the beginning because it had started already. Okay.
Dad, I'm gonna kill you and take the children away from you. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. This is the future president you're talking to right now. I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis. Germans had a really cool leader at one time. Love you. There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
Okay, let me just say this first. Now, I think we can all agree that Kanye does things for shock value. And I'm not opposed to it because I understand marketing. I understand media. I understand mainstream media and how things can be portrayed and projected as well. So I know that they're going to show a clip out of this whole interview, and you know what I'm saying, they're going to have people to focus on this one clip because they want to do a good job of convincing people that Kanye is crazy and that he's off his rocker. So I will say that and the way that he does it, like with the emphasis and stuff, I think that is hilarious. That's why I'm over here laughing. I will say that I think his tactics. I think that Kanye is just not good at his deliverance. I'm not in disagreement with everything he says. I don't have any personal vendetta against Hitler, just like I don't have any personal vendetta against Kanye. I've read things about history that I didn't learn about in school, that I discovered on my own, and I realized that some things have been lied about the Holocaust and how it was presented in history class and things of that nature. And then very little after, of course, when I became an adult, I haven't discussed that situation with anybody. Just like I wasn't alive when slavery allegedly happened, but I have done studies on the history of slavery as well, and a lot of things just aren't adding up. So I led to believe that based on my research, slavery did not happen the way that it to, first of all, not get emotional about it and attach my emotions to it, because I'm not hearing him say anything wrong. I understand exactly what he's saying, as a matter of fact, because like he said, as Christians, you're told that you're supposed to love everybody, but yet and still, when it's subjective to your own personal issues, then it's okay to hate those same people that you're supposed to love. So, and I agree with him. What he said about nobody has all bad qualities. You know what I'm saying? Even killers have probably good qualities about them. It doesn't make them a bad person on other levels. Some people may be suffering from, some type of psychological issues that cause them to kill, or things of that nature. So somebody on the outside looking in, just trying to assess the situation from what it looks like physically, is not always going to be correct, because it's just a lot of factors that go into. I don't like these lipsticks that get on your lip. It's just a lot of factors that go into what things look like on a surface level. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to have a spiritual eye discernment. You have to be a good listener. You have to be a good receiver. Because it's a difference between hearing something and then receiving the message. People are so concerned about the messenger. They get very sensitive. I'll take that off. I said they get very sensitive about when people say things that they disagree with. So I just want you to listen very closely about what he's saying. The only thing I heard him say so far was there are a lot of things that he really, 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 really likes about Hitler. And I heard him say that he likes Jews, but he also does not have a problem with Nazis. That's his individual right. I mean, I don't think he's crazy for that. I think what's funny is you got to listen to what he says, though. You have to have a level of intelligence to be able to decipher between some of the stuff that he's saying and read between the lines. So when he says Jesus is king, I know it. I know what that is. That's one of those. Let me. I'm gonna just let me finish playing. Let me finish playing the interview. But the Jesus is king is funny. I gotta come back to that. I gotta come back to that. And with him wearing the mask, Kanye is a mess. To me, it's laughable at the worst. I can't be mad at him for this so far. We're gonna see what else he says, though. Let me turn the share screen back on.
Well, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. No, I think
Obama killed Palestinians.
This is a new look for you.
Oh no, I've been wearing a mask for a while.
Ah,
yeah. Hey guys, could you not talk in the back? I'm like really hypersensitive to sound. If you guys want to talk, just go in the other room, please. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, shut up. Shut up. I'm throwing the tablets right now. Shut up. Instagram is about prostitution, so everyone shut up. No one cares. Shut up. No one cares. Jesus is king. Shut up. It's done. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up.
Hold up. Did y'all see that?
Go home.
Hold up.
Shut up. Go home to your scared little Vins.
Hold up. Let me see.
Nope. King. Shut up. It's done. Everybody shut up.
I'm trying to see what the fuck this is right here. Is this an
advertisement? It's about prostitution, so everyone shut up. No one cares.
This says banned video. Hugo Boss. Y'all know what Hugo Boss is. That's a clothing line. So this is very interesting right here. I didn't see the first time I watched it.
Shut up. No one cares. Jesus is king. Shut up. It's done. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Go home to your scared little Vins and your scared little town home and your scared little movie contracts and shut up. Don't talk to me about nothing, bro.
What do you think?
There's one place in the Bible where it says God sees sin differently. And there's another place where it says, let me get out my phone. I can like really pull up the exact thing it says in the Bible.
No, I agree with what you said. Let me stop you. Because Dave Chappelle.
Alex,
Go ahead.
let me channel.
All right, go ahead.
Channel. If I
That man said, "Let me channel."
Now I forgot what I had to say. Let me meditate. Let me get into a place.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Love you, brother. Jesus is King. I love Hitler. Anybody who looks at pornography is a form of a pedophile also. God does view sin differently, and that he proscribed a different punishment. But hey, guess what, Elon? I got a Twitter, and today I'm gonna have Nick and Alex tweet from my account. You like that, Ari Emanuel?
I'm all about free speech.
A Christian can stand next to anyone. We can go visit R. Kelly in prison. We can go talk to Harvey Weinstein.
That's what Jesus did.
Yes.
You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. This guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially
Let's talk about effective listening and speaking as well. So when you because it's sometimes it's very hard to articulate exactly what you mean, or when you're working off of pure energy and adrenaline, high vibrations, you sometimes can't find the right things to interpret what you're saying or to convert into words. So you got to be able to listen into, just kind of like with some common sense and kind of being able to effectively listen. So what he said was that Hitler created highways, and there was some discrepancy about this, if Hitler created highways, and people were saying that that's a lie. But my bad. What's that coming from? I'm going to look it up and see. I think that somebody said that he had something to do with Autobahn. Let me see. Did Hitler create highways? Okay. The rich Autobahn, and that's what I think. Autobahn is like a highway. It says interstate system, highway history. Hitler's Autobahn construction began in September 1933 under the direction of Chief Engineer Fritz Todt. The 14-mile expressway between Frankfurt and Darmstadt, whatever the hell that word is, because they got some crazy ass spellings. Okay. Which opened on May 19, 1935, which was the first section completed under Hitler. By December 1941, when wartime needs brought construction to a halt, Germany had completed 24,000 miles with another 1,550 miles under construction. As many American visitors had noted during the 1930s, the Autobahn was built before the country had enough motor vehicles to justify the expense. Only the well-off or powerful in Germany could afford automobiles. Hitler had highlighted this problem in a speech on March 3rd, 1934, at the Berlin International Automobile and Motorcycle Show. So I think that what people are not see, and so people would like to discredit Hitler for not doing that, but this is how easy it is to actually kind of do your own fact checking when they try to slander, and because a lot of times when they be trying to shut people down and stop them from saying certain stuff, it's not because they're really crazy. It's because they want to make other people look like they're crazy, because they don't want people to take into consideration what this person is saying. So people will judge you by all the wrong that you've ever done. You know what I'm saying? The it's to the extent of what is this man's name? To the extent of what Hitler did. That's a rare story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not Hitler did it on a great level. You got people that do it every day though. So is it a deeper sin because he unalive more people? How does that work on the level of judgment? You know what I'm saying? That supposedly nobody in the world has the right to do on another person. I don't know. I don't get into all the politics and religion of it, because in a spiritual sense, I don't really have to worry about what it looks like or how it's going to work out for him. That's not my cosmic destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he's going to suffer has nothing to do with me. And a lot of times physical suffering is not nearly as damaging as spiritual suffering from a spiritual savage. You know what I'm saying? So people are always worried about what things look like. I told a friend of mine this the other night. Like, a lot of times, when you've been protected all your life, it's not a level of arrogance. You know what I'm saying? This is just based on what you've seen. You don't have to see people to try to convince you what you know about your life is not the truth. But people understand that we all have different truths, because we all have different perspectives and we all have different experiences. And everybody is their own universe. All right. You are the universe. The word universe, if you break it down and you listen to the making up of it, you will discover that, it's telling you what the universe is. It's you. It's you. You are your universe. It's like everybody's in their own aura bubble. You know what I'm saying? You're in your own cosmic bubble, and the person next to you doesn't have anything to do with your bubble. Your bubble's not going to affect anybody. That's why they say, what you eat don't make me shit. Whatever you taking in, whatever you got going on, whether it's energy, whether it's food, whether it's money, whether it's drama, whether it's abuse, in actuality and in reality, it really is nothing I can do about that for you. Once people, grasp that concept, it lets a lot of things go, like worry, drama, stress, you know what I'm saying, bitterness, anger, because I have really nothing to do with whatever happens to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the quicker I understood that, so much relief came up off my shoulders, because as a human, you're always worried about what's this person going to think? What's this person going to do? How they going to feel? Are they going to be affected? But if you honestly live your life that way, and you care so much about what's coming from another person who's honestly living their own life and has their own problems and worries that they actually have to deal with, no matter how you feel about it, then we can start to not. It's the difference between loving someone, protecting someone, and letting their process, or trusting their process for them. Just like you got to trust your own process, you got to trust other people's process. So it's okay to, what I'm saying, not worry about what other people think, live your life and say what you want to say and be how you want to be. We are all made to be different. We are not all made to be the same creature. Like, people kill me with that. There's no two people in the world that's actually alike. It's just that simple. So people, be worried about people being jealous of them or trying to be like them. So what? People have been stealing my shit all my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a trendsetter like that. I do so much shit. I can't be mad at these folks that's not as creative, you know what I'm saying, for stealing my swag and my sauce. That's just shit. That come with the territory. You got to understand who you are, you know what I'm saying? And then that type of stuff just won't bother me. I got so many ideas. I'm trying to really give them away anyway. I damn sure can't do all of them. I know I ain't going to succeed at all of them, even if I did try. I'll never be that's hard up about it, you know what I'm saying, when I could pass blessings on to somebody just by giving them an idea, helping them cultivate it, because maybe that's what I was put here to do. Maybe that's one of my, you know what I'm saying, ways to bless people. That's how I could service people. I'm trying to figure out how to package that up. You know what I'm saying? I think I got an idea, but I gotta put it together. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to this interview.
Hitler was born Christian.
And the Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shut people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time. The Jewish media has made us feel like the Nazis and Hitler have never offered anything of value to the world. Also, it's like there's Jewish people that are basically hiding me under their floorboards right now, under their wooden floors. It's like a reverse version of the Holocaust. George Soros can come to Christ. It is a possibility that he can convert and come to Christ.
You got a little bit of the Hitler fetish going on.
It's not a fetish. They call me anti-Semite. They said I'm a nigga in rap. They said I'm black. They told me, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, James Brown, you tell me who I am. This is the future president you're talking to right now.
I'm not defending him. I'm saying, isn't it good to try to get Middle East peace?
Let's ask Nick.
Yeah, Nick, go ahead.
I gotta watch my accounts because they've been frozen by the Jewish banks. I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at. I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
It gets to the nature of Judaism, which is the fact that Jews do not believe that Christ was the Son of God, and in fact, they're the only group that hate Jesus.
Every form of pornography is only 10 years away from pedophilia. Everyone is so outraged and focused on Balenciaga, but then we're still aborting our kids. We're still fornicating. Germans had a really cool leader at one time.
What do you think about the Ukraine war? What do you think about the devaluation of dollar? What do you think about FTX and Bitcoin? There's so many topics.
Nick?
You say you're going to run for president 2024.
I'm not, Alex, you're really good at stating things in a way that you get you sued. Alex, love you.
If you're upset with what Kanye West has said today, let me remind you that Kanye West, excuse me, Ye. Let me correct that. Ye.
I do love Hitler. I do love the Zionists. I love everyone. The Zionists cannot tell me who I can love and not love.
People need to take that for what it is. I wouldn't call you autistic. You have a savantish thing about you. And I think that's a positive, not a negative. Nick, you want to say anything? I hope.
No. We're going to pray. No hoping. We pray.
I pray Elon is for real.
No, pray to God, not to Elon.
I pray
to Jesus Christ.
What else do you want to tweet out the most? Everything right now is going super, mega, total viral. What is your message to Trump right now?
I am done.
What's your message to DeSantis right now?
I don't know who DeSantis is. I never heard of the guy. There's a lot of good Nazis that were just fighting for their country. For them all to get put in a box. They're all in a box. Every Nazi is bad. Well, could some of the Nazis have just been fighting for their country? We can't put them all in a box.
I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing. But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
Actually, all the Jews in my life overall were very nice people. That's all I'm saying.
I'm actually tired of hearing about the Jews. Like, I love them. Honestly, I don't even care that much, we
spent the last 2 hours talking about him.
Because it's fun. I don't really care that much about Hitler. I love him. No, he seems like a cool guy. You know, it's like he it's like he had a really cool outfit and stuff, and he was a really good architect.
Really cool.
And he didn't kill 6 million Jews. That's just like factually incorrect.
Well, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. So I think
I think Obama killed Palestinians.
I'm tired of hearing I'm a Nazi. I'm really serious. I'm not. But I think by them falsely accusing people, some people are going to become Nazis.
I am. Now what? I am. Now what? Now I'm a Nazi, Ari Emanuel. Isn't that what it said? It said, say it loud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. And then crack came. Stop the trafficking. Instagram is sex trafficking. And I'm probably the lowest IQ here of anyone speaking. Adam, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Alex, what we did is we brought Netanyahu with us.
I'm in the Twilight Zone right now.
Netanyahu, what do you have to say? It was bad. It was bad for Trump to meet with Nick and Ye. Okay. I had no idea your voice is going to sound like that, Netanyahu. In case this is the last time you ever hear from me.
Do you guys realize that the British government created Hitler?
This is the voice of Netanyahu. I'm leaving for now until it's another meeting, and then I'm going to say something.
The real
Nick, I got a question. If I say something that's provocative towards the Mossad, is that misogynistic? Hold on, let's hear from that. Hey, I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm going to kill you and take the children away from you. Thanks a lot, Netan. Back to you, Alex. But we're going to call him Netan. What you want, Netan? Hey, right after this, I'm going to say you're crazy. I'm going to take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks. And we have to go and kill people. Also, we're in the military. I'm Jerry. Hey, this is Netan. This is insane. You are an insane person. How could you say something? It's okay that I practice Chinese water torture on myself. Now you don't want to say. I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm going to kill you and take the children away from you. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table. Especially him. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. And then crack came. Stop the trafficking. Instagram is sex trafficking. And I'm probably the lowest IQ here of anyone speaking. Adam, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Alex, what we did is we brought Netanyahu with us.
I'm in the Twilight Zone right now.
Netanyahu, what do you have to say? It was bad. It was bad for Trump to meet with Nick and Ye. Okay. I had no idea your voice is going to sound like that, Netanyahu. In case this is the last time you ever hear from me.
Do you guys realize that the British government created Hitler?
This is the voice of Netanyahu. I'm leaving for now until it's another meeting, and then I'm going to say something.
The real
Nick, I got a question. If I say something that's provocative towards the Mossad, is that misogynistic? Hold on, let's hear from that. Hey, I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm going to kill you and take the children away from you. Thanks a lot, Netan. Back to you, Alex. But we're going to call him Netan. What you want, Netan? Hey, right after this, I'm going to say you're crazy. I'm going to take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks. And we have to go and kill people. Also, we're in the military. I'm Jerry. Hey, this is Netan. This is insane. You are an insane person. How could you say something? It's okay that I practice Chinese water torture on myself. Now you don't want to say. I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm going to kill you and take the children away from you. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. This is the future president you're talking to right now. I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis. Germans had a really cool.
Why did he do that?
I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm going to kill you and take the children away from you. Thanks a lot, Netan. Back to you, Alex. But we're going to call him Netan. What you want, Netan? Hey, Yay, right after this, I'm going to say you're crazy. I'm going to take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks. And we have to go and kill people. Also, we're in the military. I love Jerry. Hey, this is Ned. This is insane.
This is what I'm looking for. There are neo-Nazis in Ukraine, just as there are in the U.S. and in Russia for that matter. But they are a very marginal group with no political influence and who don't attack Jews or Jewish institutions in Ukraine. Putin's propaganda is so far from the truth that it doesn't survive the first contact with even a little knowledge. What's the definition of a neo-Nazi? Definition of neo-Nazi: a member of an organization similar to the German Nazi Party. A person of extreme racist or nationalist views.
Dang, you are an insane person. How could you say so? But it's okay that I practiced Chinese water torture on myself. Nothing, don't want to say nothing.
Maybe Hitler.
I'm Netanyahu. I ain't never had a supermodel. Yeah, could tell. Shit about me.
Him on NPR and him on 60 Minutes saying the best time of his life was rounding up and killing Jews. Yay, never killed any Jews.
I like Hitler.
I don't like Hitler. I know you're trying to be shocking with that.
I'm not trying to be shocking. I like Hitler. I do not. The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities.
But tell us, you think Hitler was the good guy in World War II?
I think God says man should not kill. We should not have wars, period. None of us should be killing anybody. Ukraine and the streets of Chicago, all violence should stop. And we should all serve Christ. That's what I feel.
Okay. See, that's what, and I understand exactly what. Damn, that wasn't playing? You got to be kidding me. I'm not going back to watch that over. So, that's what's crazy to me, because I don't think people are getting so upset about what he's saying they can't hear the message. And I understand that his way of delivering what he's saying is a little, off. But what he's saying is the truth. The way that Hitler killed Jews is the same way that the other wars have killed innocent people as well, from other countries and other races and nationalities. I think what's being the lesson to be understood is, for some reason, the Holocaust is like one of the most reverend, let's just say, incidents in the past that's racially targeted situation, so to speak. It was targeted at a certain group of people, a certain race of people. But I think what the part of the problem with that is so many groups of people in the past that have, over a period of time, that might have happened at one time, but you have a lot of systematic slavery and oppression that has happened on other groups of people, and it's not valued as much. Then if you say that, they want to call you anti-Semitic, and I think that proves his point. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to what he's saying all the way through, you know what I'm saying? You can't just listen to the parts that he says for shock value, but I completely get what he's understanding coming from a neutral standpoint. See, like I said, you can't put your emotions into it. The way he just ran that whole interview, you know what I'm saying? Or he controlled that whole interview. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this book called, or this, piece of literature called Word Magic. And it's pretty good. It explains a lot about words and how they work and how they're used in magic. When you this is for the intentional magic. Understand that you're speaking words out of your mouth and they have power, whether you're religious, whether you're spiritual, whether you're universal, whether you're esoterical, whether you're metaphysical, whether you are other, whether you possess a soul or not. You're now, I take that back. I don't know about the non-soul, because I don't know if they're really, because I don't know what kind of energy they're putting out. I don't know if that's the real genuine energy or if that's the artificial, energy. Because it's artificial energy, just like it's artificial intelligence. It doesn't do anything but learn systems that are already in place and working, and then it goes and recreates the same thing. It becomes intelligent based off of studying the one that's already in operation first. Okay. Once it does that, it just recreates itself, and then it goes on repeat, and it becomes a stronger, longer lasting, the best to do it, because it literally is programmed to recreate the program that it's studying. That makes sense. All right, so damn, it's a long ass. I'm gonna cut this one off because I done been here long and I'm supposed to be talking about Balenciaga, which I know how I get into it. We're gonna talk about the Balenciaga and reparations on another recording, another video. That's gonna be our topic for probably tomorrow. Okay, so because I'm getting tired. I don't want to be recording all night. But because I got something to do anyway. But yeah, so that's what we got so far. So what do y'all think about the Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Like I like I said, I think that it's so many different ways that this could be. I do think that Kanye is suffering from some type of mental struggle, but I don't think it's what people think it is. It's not that he's crazy. I think that they have him back under the MK Ultra, you know what I'm saying, control. And his system, I think what you're witnessing is the system malfunctioning again. You know what I'm saying? That he may be under some type of medication, which probably has him under some type of control, or it could actually not even be Kanye up under that, you know what I'm saying, suit. They could have him somewhere else, and they could be sending his representative to the scene to make him look crazy. These type of things go on. Y'all gotta understand. It's just like when he said that movie Get Out was about him. People can tell you the truth all day and tell you the problem, but people will look over, you know what I'm saying, the simplest details, and they won't understand nothing about what's going on. They're trying to control that man's mind because he's a very strong energy, you know what I'm saying? But you have to understand the movies that you see when they're showing you these superheroes and these, you know what I'm saying, with these superpowers, they don't look like what they look like in real life in the movie. So when you see one, you ain't gonna be able to recognize it because you're so used to what they show you in the movies. So you have to understand that, you know what I'm saying, there are people really out there that have supernatural abilities and supernatural intelligence, supernatural knowledge, supernatural understanding, metaphysical qualities. Metaphysical, that's stuff you can't see with your physical eyes. Okay? It's a whole nother dimension of seeing things, if that makes sense. People think people don't understand what spiritual vision looks like. You know, if you don't have it, then you can't even understand it. Like, spiritual vision is literally like waking up to some other shit that you never ever was aware of. It's like your whole world go get flipped upside down when you start realizing that a lot of stuff is just a fucking lie. Like, ugh. But on the other side of that, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole nother world to get into. So it just depends on how you, it's not a physical world. You just you're experiencing different experiences because you've elevated to a certain frequency in order to experience that. Because on another level, you are already existing and you're not experiencing that because you can find yourself on a low frequency, but you can also find yourself on a high frequency. And it's like you're existing simultaneously on all these different frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on what channel you want to adjust yourself to. So if you stay on lower level channels with low level understanding and low level intelligence, low level emotional stability and things of that nature, then you're going to stay down experiencing low level situations, low level results, low level outcomes. You have to at first elevate yourself spiritually and mentally, you know what I'm saying, in order to get to the next level where things start turning around. It's going to be a crossover. It's going to be a transition. You're not going to go from 0 to 100 real quick. That's what they mean by trusting the process. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for the success at the end, but you got to trust the process in the middle. If you don't trust it, then things can get kind of distracting because we want the process to happen exactly how we picture it happening, but it usually doesn't happen like that. But at the same time, it's the same outcome that you envision. It's just that we don't have all the facts figured out in our head. So the facts that we are giving the universe, they're working with that, and then they're filling in the blanks. The more intentional you become about what you want to manifest, then the more intentional the universe will be about delivering it to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from experience. That's why I love that meme that says you got to stop thinking small and start thinking big, because when you think bigger, you'll attract bigger things. But you also have to understand that trying to attract bigger outcomes, bigger goals, bigger results is going to take a lot of focus. It's going to take a lot of commitment. It's going to take a lot of details and intention setting. And it's going to take being able to be patient, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take longer to manifest bigger goals and bigger dreams. But if you know that time doesn't even really exist, then you kind of dismiss that, and you know that you're going to make it happen no matter what. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. It's just a matter of this is what you want to do. So that could be your life dream for all you know, that may be all you need to do. You might not need to do anything else. So just at least go ahead and do that. If you want to do something else later, you always got options. That's the great thing about living life. As long as you're alive, you'll always have other opportunities and other options to do other things. You don't never have to not do anything because of something. You can always find a reason to just do what it is you want to do, or do what it is you need to do. Give some things a try. If you fail, that's cool too. It should be. What's wrong with it? Damn, I failed. I fucked up. I messed up, but I did try. You know what I'm saying? But I did it. I can say, man, when I tell you I have done so many things in my life, I've been so many people in my life, I can't even believe my life sometimes. I can't wait. I got to write a book about it. You know what I'm saying? I done had so many fucking experiences. People would not believe some of the shit that I have done. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just like it wasn't nothing. My life has been so magical. All my life has been magical. I've been floating through it like I'm on cloud 9. You know what I'm saying? I love it here. But I hate that Earth has become so ghetto and ratchet. Like, you can tell the frequency has changed because things are not, it's just a lot different on the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I didn't even know anything about spirituality. But now that I do, I understand a lot of things about myself spiritually when I was younger, and why I was having a lot of the inner struggles and the inner battles that I was, because my spirituality was being blocked by misinformation. You know what I'm saying? And it had me vibrating on the wrong frequency. So once that, you know what I'm saying, once you start to realize these things, and it starts to, light bulbs just start coming on, and you have so many real life revelations, and not what they're telling you revelations is, you know what I'm saying, in the spiritual context and books. Once you start having those real life revelations and you start awakening to the truth, and stop letting those words in that book keep you up under that sleepy spell that you've been up under, and you read all the time, And you don't know, the longer you read it, you keep yourself up under that spell, that facade, the veil. The veil is on your eyes and you don't even realize it. This is a myth. The veil doesn't come off. You got to take the veil off. You actually have to take the veil off. The veil don't come off on its own. That's bullshit. And people have the veil over their eyes, or they get the veil over their eyes because they put it on us. It's a different type of veil. I'm not talking about that stuff you see physically on people when they're born. I just believe that that's more energy manifesting itself physically on a stronger level. You know, like energy will manifest itself into fruition, into something tangible, if it's that strong. So different energy gonna show up differently. All right, just like I know some people light don't shine as bright as mine, and that's okay. You're gonna have those people who light don't shine bright, just like you're gonna have the people who light shine bright. Some people light gonna shine brighter. Some people light gonna shine brighter than that. Some people light gonna be so bright, you every time you see them, you just mesmerized. You just, you know what I'm saying, you love to look at them, you love to talk to them, you love to hear them, you love to see them, you love to be around them. Their energy just so good. You just got some people like that, you know, like that's me. Like I'm a whole vibe when I show up. I ain't even gonna hold you when I show up. Now I might don't have sometimes have a whole lot of energy come through when I'm teaching, but that's because I'm in teach mode. But when I show up in 3D, full effect, high definition, I'm a whole vibe. I'm big energy, big goddess energy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know who you are though in order. And the reason I show up like that is because I have more than one entity within me. You feel me? Like I'm multidimensional. I'm a lot of different characters in one little, you know what I'm saying, shebang bang. One little bag of shebangs, baby, got a whole lot of mix up in it. But once I started to understand that about myself, like I'm not just one way or another way. I'm so many different ways. Like literally, I could be another motherfucker every day of the year. I don't even have to be the same bitch tomorrow. Like if I don't want to, and I don't. I mean, not. I damn near here. I think I change wigs every day this week. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to glue them on. If I do a shit, I'm using some got to be. I'm not even finna lace that bitch down. I ain't finna melt no lace. I can. Now, if I'm going, it depends on what I'm going to do with it. Just to kick shit, I'm not finna do all that. But I can get glammed the fuck up. Like, I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, I ain't gonna go do that shit unless I really want to. I always be so, when I show up, I just show out. So it always feel like I'm doing too much based on the people around me. Till I go somewhere that really got something going on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really like to get away from, you know what I'm saying, where I love to move around and travel and experience new places because you could limit yourself and your abilities to see possibilities just being in one area and staying just, you know what I'm saying, stuck there. Like, it's good to get out, travel, even if you just drive a couple of hours, you know what I'm saying, out of town every now and then. Go to a place you ain't never been before, you know what I'm saying, go hang out, go to the mall, go to some local, you know, hot spots or whatever, you know, go eat at a restaurant there, you know, go to a park there, go to an event that's happening there, get you some pictures, enjoy yourself, you know what I'm saying, use those good memories to balance out, you know what I'm saying, the bad memories that we keep in our heads. See, a lot of times we don't understand why we got these, you know what I'm saying, devices and everything, because they do everything for us. We don't even print out pictures no more. You know what I'm saying? And I've talked about this before. I've done a video. I'm probably going to do it again about us passing. No, ma'am. All right. So, yeah, because we definitely talk about that. All right, so we covered a lot here tonight. I'm gonna break this down in a couple of episodes, but yeah, let me go ahead and wrap it up. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the first night of the Spiritual Sauce Sundays. Try to give we talking about things that affect not only the physical but the spiritual. You feel me? We are supernatural beings having a supernatural experience. We are in a physical bodysuit, but we are still experiencing things on a spiritual level, on the esoteric level, on the metaphysical level, on a universal level. There are so many dimensions that is existing around us and within us. It's levels to us. It's levels to these devils. It's levels to these heavens. All right, wherever you want to go, hell or heaven, is still levels to get there. Now, it's up to you what direction you want to drive the boat in, all right? What way do you want to steer your ship? What way do you want to steer your ship? You feel me? I ain't even going to say boat. I'm just going to say a ship because that's really what we're riding on, some spaceships and airplanes, all right? But anyway, that's what I got for y'all tonight. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you have not already hit that subscribe button, make sure you drop down below and hit that. If you're checking this out on any other social media platform besides YouTube, then once again, going over to the YouTube, hit subscribe, drop a comment, tell me what you think, give me some feedback. Let's talk about it. If you want to be a guest, once again, you can email me at queenofqualitymedia@gmail.com. And we'll have you on. Love to have you. Love someone to come talk about these topics and review these videos and stuff like that. So feel free to reach out to me in that sense. Let me know what you do and what your what topic you want to address, and we will take it from there. All right. So until we meet again next time, Ashe, peace.